Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. All right, so I wanted to do a continuance on some of the things that's being said about Shakur Stevenson. Like I said before, I did a video a couple of days ago talking about the wrong guy won, which in certain people's eyes, the wrong guy did win. But that's not going to stop me from taking the time to call out these fake, so-called Mexican pride boxing fans. Yeah, I'm talking to you. And nobody don't give a damn about you getting mad and none of that, because you ain't going to do shit if you see me in person. You going to do what you always do. Say you like my channel. Like I said, I'm not encouraging nobody to come at me sideways, but I am always ready. And I'm just keeping it a buck. I've seen a lot of discredit towards Shakur Stevenson's masterful performance. It went from Shakur Stevenson is gonna get knocked out to, that Mexican pride, Viva la Mexico. But it was kind of funny though. After the 10th round, I saw a lot of Mexicans walking out of there because they knew what was going on. They knew that that fight was out of reach for Oscar Valdez, and they knew that he wasn't going to land a miracle shot to put Shakur Stevenson's lights out. But then after the fight was over, typical, Shakur Stevenson ran. The only thing that Shakur Stevenson did as far as running go was his fist constantly running into Oscar Valdez's face throughout the fight. He lumped Oscar Valdez up. Okay, so just stop it. When you discredit Shakur Stevenson, you discredit Oscar Valdez. See, here's the thing. It's funny how you talk this stuff about Mexican pride, Mexican this, Mexican that. But then when we talk this stuff about black pride, Deontay Wilder, the brothers rolling with Deontay Wilder because he's one of us, then all of a sudden you want to tell us that we can't do that we can't support our own. But first of all, fuck what you talking about. Ain't nobody, and I mean absolutely fucking nobody, is going to tell me, especially that's not black, not to support another black fighter. Now, at the end of the day, I do go by skill set versus color. At the end of the day, in most cases, I will probably root for the black fighter because I am black. But you'll say that's racism. But at the end of the day, when a Mexican fighter, how many times have you seen me interview Mexican fighters who will say, hey, I'm going for the Mexican, or, it's that Mexican thing, which I don't have no problem with that. But you cry when black people say that shit. See, I'm not one of those brothers that feel guilty about rooting for my own. And just because I'm rooting for my own doesn't mean that I'm speaking down on fighters from another race. You know what I'm saying? That's just real talk. PBM, proud black man. And nobody's going to make me feel guilty about it. That's just real talk. But to just see you guys, you sort of turning your back on Oscar Valdez. Why? Because he lost, or is because he lost to a black man? Would you have felt more comfortable had Lomachenko did that to Oscar Valdez? And this is what I mean by there ain't really no black and brown alliance. This is complete cap. Because if there was a black and brown alliance like some of y'all try to pretend it is, y'all wouldn't have no problem. Y'all would say, hey, Shakur Stevenson put on a masterful performance. Now, I'm not saying all Mexicans are like that, because there are some that will give the man his credit. But there's a lot that will sit up there and make every excuse to justify or discredit Shakur Stevenson winning that fight. He was just a better man. Accept it. Oscar Valdez was 30-0. He was an undefeated fighter. You should be sitting up saying, hey, Oscar Valdez is still a warrior. But you're saying that Shakur Stevenson ran, which he didn't. You're saying that Shakur Stevenson is overrated. Oh, you're saying that Oscar Valdez really wasn't that good. Do you think we would say that about Deontay Wilder? I'm not saying that. Hey, at the end of the day, I still think what I think about Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. I still believe what I believe. But at the end of the day, I'm not turning my back on Wilder. That's just real talk. It's funny, you come to these fights with your flags and all that kind of stuff. You know, you come there with your flags, waving your flags. But then at the end of the day, when the wrong guy wins, or the guy that you want to win don't win, all that disappears into the next fight. Okay? Why you were bothered by what Shakur Stevenson said, that he beat Canelo, Eddie Reynoso, and Oscar Valdez? Come on now. But then again, I don't believe that. Some of y'all using that as an excuse. Y'all full of shit. You would have had something to say regardless. You keep forgetting that I've been doing this for a while. I go to these fights. I cover boxing. I hear this crap all the time. I see this in my comment section. Like I said, whenever it's a black and brown fight, when the brother wins, the excuses fly. But then when y'all fighters win, hey man, give him credit. Give him his credit. Oh, you're a hater. You're racist. Whatever, man. Stop the cap. Stop it. Like I said, I've been doing this way too long. I done covered way too many fights. Y'all are the ones who seem to make this about race. Y'all the ones that be doing the sneak dissing. Y'all the ones that try to discredit the brothers. I've said on several occasions, Canelo is a good fighter, but he has an asterisk tied to his legacy because he got popped. Oscar Valdez, to a certain degree, has a question mark. And it's funny, like I said, you can't say, oh, I only do this to non-black fighters. I guess you ain't seen none of my videos where I've criticized black fighters. I've criticized the Charlos. I've criticized Errol Spence. I've criticized Terrence Crawford sometimes. I've criticized Floyd Mayweather. So you could say that I only target non-black fighters. That's just real talk. For the most part, it is what it is. I've criticized every fighter of every race, so you could save it. But I see this thing on a regular basis. By you putting down Shakur Stevenson's masterful performance, you're discrediting Oscar Valdez at the same time as a fighter. So, and another thing, don't come on here talking that, hey, you're not one of us, you're not Mexican, so you don't have the right to talk about that. Well, y'all always speaking on our shit. Y'all always implementing your opinion when it comes to black issues. Y'all love to tell black people how to be black. Y'all love to voice y'all unwanted opinion when it comes to black shit. So, at the end of the day, I feel like, hey, if you could do it, I could do it. But I'm not going to do it on a regular basis. I'm just calling out what I'm seeing. What I've been seeing for the last few years since I started covering boxing. This is just real talk. Take it however you want. Stop doing this stuff. How about just saying, you know what? Oscar Valdez did the best he could, but he's still a warrior. Stop this bullshit. It's your boy Town Biz, man. I'm out.